On July 1st, 2023, I turned 27 years old. And as I always do around my birthday, I've been poring over my journals from the past year, reflecting on everything I've been through and all the ways I've grown and changed. In all my reflecting, I found that woven through it all was this one crucial thread: radical self-trust. In the previous year or so, my trust in the universe was what carried me through. That trust helped me step out of the comfort zone I was so attached to for so many years and start to actually live my life. With each tiptoeing step, though cautious and scared, I knew I was held, and so I kept taking those steps. Don't get me wrong, I had trust in myself too. In fact, it was during that time that I really started to cultivate self-trust. But it wasn't the thing I relied on. When I was afraid and uncertain and needed to find my courage, my thoughts always landed somewhere in the realm of, the universe has my back. But in my 27th year, I found myself relying, at times solely, on my trust in myself. It was no longer, everything's going to be okay because the universe has my back. Now it was, even if everything isn't okay, I will be, because I've got my own back. I wasn't leaning on the universe's guidance so much anymore, because I gave my own inner guidance the final say. I started to ask myself what I wanted and what felt right in my body instead of asking for a sign to point me in the right direction. And by doing so, I connected more deeply with my body and began to not only hear its messages and cues, but actually trust what they were telling me. I finally understand the phrase full body yes, because I know now what a yes and a no feel like in my body. This radical self-trust has given me so much. I'm not tiptoeing out of my comfort zone anymore. I'm diving headfirst into things that scare me because I'm not relying on the universe to catch me. I'm hearing the yes from inside and trusting it wholeheartedly. Because I trust myself, I can embrace all the nuance and contradiction and messiness that comes with being human. I can feel the full extent of everything I used to push down out of fear or shame or guilt or attachment to an identity. I can soften in areas of my life that have long been colored by resistance. I can connect with other people more deeply. This trust and attunement to my own inner guidance is what led me to take a spontaneous trip to another state and have the time of my life. To consistently say yes when my body was telling me yes, even when I was afraid of the unknown. To embrace a newly discovered part of myself even though I was scared of what it would mean. To start believing in the dreams I had for myself as a kid before shame and self-doubt shrouded them. To connect with a new friend who is now such an important presence in my life. To deepen the connections I have with friends I've known and loved for years by being more vulnerable with them than ever. To prioritize what I want for myself in this lifetime instead of deferring to the universe to decide for me. Last year on my birthday, I wrote, "I'm more in love with life than I've ever been, and I predict that I'll be able to say the same thing a year from now and it will still be true." And guess what? I was right. My love for life has grown in much the same way your love for another person grows the more deeply and intimately you come to know them. As I continue to move through life and bear witness to all its chaos and contradiction, the more I inevitably find to love about it. And I have to say, my love for myself has grown that way too. I fucking love who I am at 27. And now more than ever, I love being deeply, unabashedly human.